Welcome back, everyone. JAYBONE here for Smash This Podcast. How's everyone doing? I know this is not the normal time I normally do this, but this is when we're doing this today, folks. So, just finishing lining stuff up here. I see Zach was in the chat last night when I was originally planning on doing this, and then he flipped out on me and said, 14 hours. Yeah, well, just stuff happened last night. Not going to get into it. Stuff happened, and so yeah, this is when we're going to talk a little SmackDown. We're going to talk more about news and do a little preview going into FASTLANE for this Sunday. Hakeem's in here. Terrence Sullivan, what is up? Aaron Jack, how you doing? Caught you live. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk some news bits first. We'll talk some SmackDown, and then we'll kind of go through the lineup for Fastlane. The thing is, I don't think the lineup for Fastlane is done, and I was really hoping that they would have it finished by now. But you know how the WWE loves to throw those last minute. And we also have this. It's like, I would love to go into a weekend like this and actually have the card finished. Like, remember those days? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Wrestling Talk from Greece. Oh my goodness. Welcome. I've seen you in here before. Welcome. Wow. Greece, man, it's just, I tell you, that never ceases to amaze me when you put content out there and you never know who's going to watch it. That just, I'll never not appreciate that. Did that make sense? I think that made sense. I think I said that right. I've only had a couple. See, it's happening already. I've only had a couple cups of coffee, so just bear with me, folks. We'll get through this. All right, so welcome, everyone. You know what we do is we get into this, folks. We smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications. Also, got to plug the merch. You know, I got to plug the merch. I got to tell you, I'm loving this new merch store. It's so exciting. The link is in, you know what? Let me double check that. Give me just a second here, folks. Yes, yeah, the link is in the description. It's the Spreadshirt shop, and I'll get the Smackdown results in there later. I realize now that I did not complete that, but I know not everybody is here for the Smackdown, but let's talk some news. And if you want to help support the podcast, go check out the merch shop. There's a ton, and I mean a ton, of new great looking merch on there. Hats, new mugs. I got a new logo on there, the white and purple design. I think it pops. New sweatshirts, tie-dyes, like I said, baseball caps. There is also fanny packs on there, but they're out of stock at the moment, so I can't wait to sell those. I tell you, that really sold me in a goofy sort of wrestling fan sort of way to get this new shop going with all this new merchandise. A few shirts already sold. Thank you so much to everyone who helped kick off this week with this new shop and get some sales in there. Thank you so much. It is so appreciated. So yeah, go check it out. And honestly, the prices are comparable to what I was selling before. And I think the quality is going to be better too. So go check that out, everyone, when you have time. All right. So yeah, Hakeem's always posting articles. Go check that out. He's got great stuff, great Impact content. And speaking, it's a great little segue here. It's not specifically Impact related, but it is Impact related. So let's talk about this. I know a lot of fans have, some fans are excited about this. Some fans are eerily cautious about this, and it's understandable. It's absolutely understandable. Let me just silence this. My apologies. So it was announced, as you can see on the cover of this video, that we're going to talk about some KYLIE RAE. KYLIE RAE is returning to wrestling. Now, she had announced her retirement last year, shortly after skipping out on a pay-per-view / tapings of Impact Wrestling. And obviously going through some personal issues, which she later addressed, I believe, up on her Instagram and Twitter. I'd have to look again, see where she posted all that. But so she's returning in June to Warrior Wrestling. She is the women's champion. She beat Tessa last year. Now, I think a lot of fans are assuming, like I said, you never assume in the world of wrestling, that she's just going to do I'm guessing, look, if she's returning to wrestling, God bless her. If she's getting whatever help she needed and she's feeling good to return to wrestling, hey, all right. Then here's the thing, I'm not hating on KYLIE. She was a huge fan favorite. Me and I don't know how many other people that I'm associated with as far as Impact Wrestling fans just loved her. She was just a bright, shining star on the Impact Women's in the Knockouts roster. But mental health is a tough thing. And she did what she did. I know it didn't go over well. That kind of stuff never does. But, when you're dealing with mental health issues, you just kind of do what you do. Unfortunately, it happens that way. So she's returning in June to Chicago. I'm assuming it's the stadium setting that they had last year, which it seemed to go really well. Everybody was spaced out real nice on the football field. And what's also exciting is it looks like, now the card isn't set, but it looks like Thunder Rosa is also appearing. So it seems to look like KYLIE RAE might be facing Thunder Rosa for the women's title. A lot of speculation is to have the match / and drop the title. And if that's if it's just her, a formal way of leaving wrestling, if that's the only title she has and it's the last one she has, then so be it. But it's there's mixed emotions about this. I just hope she's well enough to do it, because when when you skipped out on a few different companies, it starts to look like a pattern. So let's see what happens here. There's a lot of time left, and a lot of time that hopefully she can mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally prepare herself for this. And I'll be watching, and I've got friends that are going to be there. Mark's coming all the way from Texas. He's really excited. He's getting tickets or has already bought tickets. I don't know if they're on sale yet. I don't know the details. But yeah, there's some people. Shoot, I might even go. I don't know. I haven't done shit in the last year and a half or whatever. Who knows? Maybe I'll go down and sit with a bunch of buddies. So we'll see. I'd love to, especially in a setting like that where everything's nice and open. You're not stuck elbow to elbow or nothing, unless you're with your friends and you're safe. Yeah, real quick side note. Thanks, Gary. Much love, dude. Yeah, my pops got his vaccine yesterday. First shot went well. His arm is, he's okay. He's okay. He has not had any side effects. Thank God. His arm is sore, and my arm was really sore the day after. Like yesterday. Like my arm was sore, and my arm is fine today. Like it's a little, like the muscle's a little stiff, but that is the only thing I had from my first shot. Now they did warn me to, expect maybe something with the second shot. So I'm ready. And then Pops is getting his second shot the day after I get my second shot. So I told Mrs. JAYBONE, don't plan anything for that day, because if I'm feeling run down and not doing well, I may not be able to take him for his second shot. So, but that's all 3 weeks away. I'm not going to worry about that now. But I had my first shot by luck. I went 2 days ago to the pharmacy to sign up, and they said, we had a cancellation. If you want to get it, you can get it. And they had 2 shots left. And they asked my wife, they asked Tracy, they're like, do you want yours? She's on the fence still about it, because she's got a lot of health issues, and she's got fibromyalgia, and among several other things we're not going to get into here. So she's really on the fence about it. She's not sure if she is worried about getting the virus, but she's been the one that's always gone out of the house because me and Pops are, high risk. Is him being elderly, me being asthma / COPD. So, but she's been amazingly cautious about everything, and whenever she's gone out of the house, she's never had it. Oops. So she's been blessed that way, and so she thinks, part of her thinks she can just ride this whole thing out. I would rather she got it for peace of mind, but I respect her decision, as her husband. So we'll see what happens. So. And I hope you all, when you have the chance, that you get it, but I understand people's issues with it. So I'm not going to get into that. It's not meant to incite any ill feelings or arguments or anything. I just, but yeah. So, all right. So that's just a real quick sidebar. I just wanted to talk about that. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good after my first shot. Just want to let everyone know that. So, all right. So yeah. So KYLIE RAE's coming back. We'll have to see what happens. Here's the side thing on that's come out over the last 24-ish hours. PW Insider. Now this is courtesy of ringsidenews.com, but everybody's sharing the PW Insider info. Apparently, now look, take this, like I said, take this with a grain of salt. I'm not taking this as, scripture. Okay. It's being reported that she's still under contract with Impact Wrestling. Maybe they just kept her contract open just in case she does get better and decides to come back, and didn't just, rip it up and throw it in the garbage. And I don't know how long her contract was. I'm guessing it was a couple years, and she started, early last year? So she's been if she is still under contract, then it's been about a year. I'm guessing here. I don't know exactly when they signed her. Critical Sting said it did take a while for them to take her off the roster page. Yeah, it was pretty quick, though. And they took her merch down pretty quick too, fairly quickly from what I remember. But that's all a process. That's any company takes a while to do some of that stuff, unless you're the WWE and you just get out of here, get that guy off the roster page now, damn it, I love Vinnie Mac. So, but yeah, so we'll see. We'll just have to wait out this year and see what happens with her. Am I expecting her to come back to Impact? No. Could it happen? Sure. Anything could happen, folks. So we'll see. But I know fans have been discussing that. People have been bringing that to my attention. So I wanted to bring it up on here. What else? Aaron Jack brings up an interesting question here. JAYBONE, what you watching on April 10th? WrestleMania or Hardcore Justice? Oh, man, I'm a little... I actually should say I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised that Impact Wrestling dropped a Impact Plus special the same day as, what is it, day one? It's got to be day one. Day one of 2 of WrestleMania. Now, in theory, day 2 is bigger. That's when you're going to get, Edge versus... I don't know. Edge versus Roman Reigns is going to headline. But last year, they had a pretty big headliner the first night. They had, of course, Undertaker isn't there now, but they had Undertaker versus AJ Styles as the headliner of night 1 last year. That's pretty big. And people were saying that was like the highlight of WrestleMania. I know I'm not the only one. Zach says I'm fired with the Vinnie Mac emoji. Thank you so much. I'm probably watching Hardcore Justice. I'm really excited to see what they bring with that, and Tommy Dreamer's booking it. Oh my God, look out! That could go so many different ways. He could go just, all right, thumbtacks everywhere, match time, everybody jumping to thumbtacks or something. I don't know. Ladder matches, bring Raven for his Clockwork Orange House of Holy Shit match or something. I don't know. Critical Sting says, I'm no businessman, but I wouldn't put up a show against WrestleMania. Well, I mean, it's all pre-taped, right? in theory. So it's whatever. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm a big Impact Wrestling fan, but I also love the ones that I love in the WWE, and I look forward to seeing them. And we'll discuss that in a little bit as we kind of go through SmackDown too. But yeah, there's so many wonky things with WWE lately. No, I'll probably do what we normally do with Smash This Podcast and TNI, and do the simulcast for Hardcore Justice. And I don't know, did they set the time of when it's supposed to go live? You know what? Let me look that up real quick while we're doing this. Normally I have all my tabs open and we do all the whatever. But let me jump on the Finn Juice theme song and entrance video. Oh, that's interesting. All right, let me jump on the events thing. Hardcore Justice, Saturday, April 10th. Doesn't say. I don't see a time unless they put a time when they announced it on the news page. Let me quick check that article. Hardcore Justice will be served on Impact Plus. Saturday, April 10th, exclusively on Impact Plus. No, it doesn't say. So unless they said on another social media, let me know in the chat or in the comments. But I'm not seeing it. So, in my opinion, what they would be smart to do is put it on earlier in the day. Look, I know they run like an 18-hour WrestleMania. We all know that. It's like become ridiculous. It's 2 nights now. Holy shit. It's, Leslie, what's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, I'd put Hardcore Justice on like earlier in the afternoon. Honestly, I would do like a 3:00 show. WrestleMania starts at like 5 or 6 or something like that. I don't know. That's me. That's what I would do, just to kind of be like, oh, okay, well, you're doing this. Well, let's just like same day, but let's just push it forward a little bit. I don't think Impact fans would lose their minds over that. I certainly wouldn't, because I still love WrestleMania. I'm always going to love WrestleMania. And some fans don't want to watch WWE. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody's got their own cup of tea. I'm not going to argue that. So, Hakeem Fullerton says, speaking of Finn Juice, New Japan Pro Wrestling and Jay White have been mentioning the Impact Wrestling tag team titles. Unreal. On while they're cutting the promos and stuff on the on New Japan programming, they should. That's good. That's great. That's the way it should be. Leslie says Impact will deliver, WWE will fumble WrestleMania. Well, we know a little bit of the card. We don't know a lot of it. It looks like there's some good stuff ramping up. I'm not going to judge now. Let's wait. We got 3 weeks to go? 3 weeks. We got to get through Fastlane. Fastlane looks okay. So that's it. Oh, you know what? There is a little more news. Let me talk about the Hall of Fame, because I haven't talked about the Hall of Fame yet this year. Molly Holly has been listed as going into this year's Hall of Fame, and Eric Bischoff just got announced for the Hall of Fame. Now, am I an idiot, or I thought everybody in the chat's going to say, yes, you're an idiot. I thought Molly Holly already was in the Hall of Fame. Maybe it was just like the fan voices were like, because they had brought her back for some specials, Table for Three and stuff like that here and there, little documentary things over the last handful of years, I believe it was. And I thought she was, but apparently she's not. So when I saw that, I was shocked. I was like, wait, she's not? Okay, she's not. It's like I know what Tori Wilson and like the Bellas went in last year, but the 2020, it's kind of wonky this year. It's going to be like a massive celebration. I don't know how they're going to do this. Apparently no one's going to be there. But they're going to combine the 2020 and 2021 Hall of Fame ceremonies. And it's, I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know how it's going to come off. If they're going to get everyone there that was supposed to be there last year, with the exception of, oh God, completely drawing a blank. British Bulldog. Damn. Someone help me out with this one. Shit. One half for the British Bulldogs. I can't think of it. So someone will put it in the chat and then I'll slap myself. But obviously, going to be represented by family. So there was word that they're not sure if Batista's going to be there or not. Who knows? I don't even know if he's like shooting something right now or not. So Eric Bischoff and Molly Holly have been listed. I think it's cool. Davey Boy Smith, thank you so much. Jiminy Christmas. I was thinking Smith, but Harry Smith, that's his son. He's probably going to be there though, if they're doing the 2020 class along with it. Now remember, they've also got the NWO as a group. So you got Pac, X-Pac, 6-Pac, whatever you want to call them, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Hogan as a group, the foursome as the NWO. So now this year you got Eazy-E. So it only makes sense, right? Like, we don't need to get into the whole, he lost his job last year. Obviously, if they're putting him in the Hall of Fame, there's no bad blood. Just didn't work out. I don't know all what happened. We don't need to get into that. It was fun while it lasted, right? So, but I love Eric Bischoff, and we don't need to get into the whole, he destroyed TNA and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I'm not talking about that right now. I loved what he was as far as WCW stuff. His stuff with the WWE was, I love that too. And I liked some of the stuff he did in TNA. I mean, it's all really fuzzy. I don't remember. Obviously, some stuff worked out. Some stuff just did not work out. It was a tumultuous time, but it wasn't all negative. They had some fun stuff in there too. But yeah, nonetheless, excited for Eazy-E, Sleazy-E, Eric Bischoff going into Hall of Fame. Now, this is interesting. I just found this right before I went live, so I want to address this. Now, take this with a grain of salt, okay? take this with a grain of salt. There's an article here on ringsidenews.com. It says Daniel Bryan is listed as 2021 WWE Hall of Fame inductee. So WWE Network is moving everything over to Peacock. And the OG Network is still up and running for now. Bryan is in the 2021 class of the WWE Hall of Fame on the network. Now that's interesting. You know what? I'm going to quick look at the network because I'm still subscribed. I have not canceled it yet. There's only a few weeks left, so I'm okay, why cancel it now? But I did sign up for the Peacock. So recently added NXT, Raw, SmackDown, Best of, Elimination Chamber, Fastlane. Congrats to Eric Bischoff. So I'm not seeing... Now, they got a picture here in the article. Hang on, where is it? Saying this is Daniel Bryan, WWE 2021 Hall of Fame inductee. That's weird. So I'm not seeing it on here now. I don't know if they took that down, if that was put in there accidentally. But at the bottom here, it says, congratulations, Eric Bischoff. Maybe it's because I haven't signed in. Let me sign in quick. And maybe it'll appear differently. No, this still looks the same. Coming up on the network. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, see now here it's changed. It's changed here. It says this is Daniel Bryan. There is no line underneath it saying that he is going in the Hall of Fame. They changed it now. So, like I said, just I don't know what's going on with this. It's very confusing. Very, very confusing. So take it with a grain of salt. If it's happening, that would almost sound like maybe this is his last year in wrestling. I mean, he's been talking about, he's not going to stick around forever. This is a possibility, folks. But give me your thoughts on that. I really don't know what to think about that. No, this isn't Sean Ross Sapp fake shit. No, this is actually, there was a picture here and it says, this is Daniel Bryan, heel by nature, actually shared this on the Twitter box. But yeah, this is Daniel Bryan, WWE 2020. If you want to see the picture in the article, it's on ringsidenews.com. But apparently they took that line out of their WWE Hall of Fame inductee. So maybe he's going to lead the class this year and they were saving it for last or something. I don't know. Usually they put the lead of the class first and then they drop everyone else in behind them as they announce them. They announced Molly Holly first this year. Hey, she's great, but I wouldn't think of her as leading a class. Now, that's probably going to sound horrible on my part, but I don't know. Mark, what's up, man? Time to hop in that cock for the FASTLANE, baby. Here it comes. Here it comes. Mr. Fretz, what's up, man? Oh, man. Crazy. All right. What else here? I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else. Let me just quick check here for any last minute news. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to touch on. Oh, Rhea Ripley set the debut this coming Monday Night Raw. Tremendous. So, see, now I kind of thought that they were going to save this. Like I said, never assume. I thought they were going to save this for like post-Mania. But then you end up having, how many weeks? 10 weeks of promotions? They're doing the same stuff. Coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. Just make it happen. Paul Nelson, why so early, Uncle? Because I didn't do it last night. This is to make up for not doing it last night because I just didn't feel like it. And I ended up watching Justice League last night, Snyder's Justice League. 4 flipping hours. Amazing. Go watch it. It's absolutely amazing. Tremendous movie. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Zach. Okay, so that's how I'm thinking of it. Molly inducted Ivory. Okay, and that was a couple of years ago or something like that? Okay. All right, that's where my senility came in. Thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate it. All right. Mr. Fret says 4 hours. Oh, hell no. No, it goes fast, and it's all in segments. So it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a long movie, but it didn't feel like 4 hours to me. It felt like a 2-hour movie. Like they crammed 4 hours of stuff into 2 hours. It went quick. Grab yourself a snack. I mean, you can split it up into parts, watch a part, take a break, go do something, come back, watch another part. It's in several different parts, like 5 or 6 parts. So, but whatever. It's tremendous. I'm not going to do a review of it. I just loved it. No spoilers. Go watch it. If you're a DC fan, I think you'll dig it. I'm not one of those nerds that, see, and this happened, and this was just like the comic books, except they changed it this way, and so it's canon, and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not one of those guys. I just dig the special effects and shit. So, Critical Sting says I can barely do 4-hour pay-per-views. But this is different. This is not, but whatever. I'm just saying I loved it. I think you should watch it. So, all right. Let's talk about SmackDown a bit. We're already 40 minutes into this. Season 23, episode 12. Already, first thing on the episode, and I'm just shaking my freaking head. Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. This match was just annoying. I mean, they gave it some time, which was nice to see. But it was Nia Jax, big move, pin, big move, pin, big move, pin, big move, pin. It's like zero storytelling here. It's annoying as hell. I love a good paced, back and forth match, storytelling. You get 3/4 into it, then you get some close calls, close pin, close, that kind of stuff. This was just... Nia Jax looked like she was just throwing shit against the wall and didn't know what the hell she was doing. Just basically clobbering the shit out of Sasha Banks, but Sasha Banks won. She defended successfully. Just a hot mess of a match. And look, the whole... This is not me shitting on the women, okay? This is me shitting on the booking of the women, okay? Just the whole women's tag team is just a hot mess right now. But there is one silver lining here, and I'll get to that. One silver lining. I'll get to that later. So Sasha Banks defends successfully. And Sasha Banks and Bianca Belaire are facing Jax and Baszler for the women's tag titles at FASTLANE. But Sasha Banks and Bianca Belaire can't exactly get along. And Nia Jax, specifically because of this finish now, has gone back to not being able to trust Shayna Baszler. And they couldn't get along a long time ago. And they've always been kind of at odds. It's always had a very uncomfortable feel to this entire tag team championship run of these two women. Wrestling Talk here says, unfortunately, I think Sasha and Belaire become champs at Fastlane. They want to do the same storyline like that they did with Cena and HBK. Oof, that gets fuzzy. Were they tag champs together? They must have been. I don't remember that. I mean, I remember it, but I don't remember how it went. Must have been another tumultuous relationship. Oh, and we've seen that throughout wrestling history. Just some come off well written, and some just look like a sloppy, steamy hot pile of you know what. Perfect example: Daniel Bryan and Kane. When they first got put together, I was like, "What in the holy hell is this?" But they came off as one of the best odd couples in wrestling history, in my professional opinion. Team Hell No. And so, like, that went well, you know, and hug it out and all that stuff. That was fun. But this whole Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler thing is like, it's not working. And I think specifically because fans don't like either one of them, especially Nia Jax. And we don't need to get into the Chris Jericho 1,000-page list of reasons. But this stupid freaking sommelier thing, this needs to go. It's ruining the storyline. They show Reggie, lovely Reggie, because it's spa day. It's like one of the first things you see in the episode, and it's Reginald. He's laying there, and somebody's putting cucumbers on his eyeballs. I would rather they take the entire cucumber and shove it in each eye socket. That's how much I love this storyline. And just God. And Nia Jax turns around, looks up at him, and she's so happy because she did this for him. And she looks like Nia Jax walking down the ramp with the big smile on her face, looks like she hasn't had sex in like God knows how many years. And she finally had sex, and she's glowing because she finally had, you know, pity sex from Reginald. No, she's just, God, it's horrible. It's so bad. So immediately into this, I'm like, oh, why am I even watching this? This needs to get done quick. All right, so Sasha Banks beats Nia Jax. And then throughout the show, because the headliner here is Edge versus Jey Uso. Sorry. Had to remind myself because I had like Reggie stuck in my eye. Oh, Zach, I can't even repeat that. That's horrible. Oh, God. Anyways, my whole... So, Seth Rollins then comes out continuing this hot mess feeling because he looks, now I'm not a fashion guy, okay? I wear t-shirts and jeans and sweats and headbands. I'm like a hippie, you know? I am not a fashion connoisseur, if you will, all right? But I will tell you this. Seth Rollins was out there in this white suit with like a blue splatter paint design on it, looking like he got it off of wish.com. And if you don't know what wish.com is, go look it up. It's horrible. Great prices on so many things. Save hundreds of dollars. And then you get this stuff to your house. It's a meme. It's become a meme. You get it sent to your house and you get like some, you know, plastic, horrible version of what you saw online. Like, oh, I ordered this $8 WWE shirt. I'm so excited. It gets to your house and it's just like this plastic film shirt thing. It's like Paul Nelson. Who booked this shit? Oh God. So then and his suit is so horrible. I don't even know what the fuck he talked about. Honestly, it was so bad. It was just screaming at me through my television, like just slapping me in the face. It was painful to watch. And I love Seth Rollins, but I'm like, Jiminy Christmas, what in the blue hell is this? It just, what the hell did you do? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Sinister Minister. I appreciate that. So he's talking about Cesaro and the disrespect, and this whole thing is going on. And I love the fact that this is building to Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. I'm actually excited for this match. I just don't like how we're getting there. So Nakamura comes out because he's an old friend of Cesaro. And he's defending his honor. And so they start the brawl. And this in turn turns into a match for Fastlane. Just getting a notification about something about my Wi-Fi, so hopefully the connection is good. If someone in the chat can tell me if it still looks okay, I appreciate it. All right, we continue. So yeah, Nakamura versus Seth Rollins at Fastlane. I'm actually excited about that. That should be pretty good. It's no titles. It's just kind of a grudge thing. Dirty Dogs are on commentary. Now here's another hot mess situation for this tag division thing. We had so many matches during this episode that were just quick matches. Everybody's fighting for that number one spot to face Ziggler and Bobby Roode, the Dirty Dogs, for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Hakeem says it looks okay. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. And so we get all these matches. We get Street Profits versus Rey Mysterio and Dominik. Rey Mysterio and Dominik actually beat the Street Profits. Street Profits then go to commentary, and Chad Gable and Otis beat Rey and Dominik Mysterio. Now, I'm actually starting to like Otis and Chad Gable together. I don't know why, but I am. They're doing a lot of these thrown together tag team. Like I said, I know it just bears repeating. I know I just said this recently. Sometimes you can throw these guys together and it works. And sometimes it just, But I'm a fan of Otis and I like Chad Gable. But this new heel, Otis, I'm digging it. It's working. I think it actually is working. So I don't know. So, and then there was a post thing later with all the tag teams arguing, and Adam Pearce said he's going to take care of it. So we're probably going to get an announcement later today. Let me double check this, and just to make sure they didn't announce something. Okay, I'm not seeing any last minute announcement. There's a Fastlane kickoff, the bump and the watch along slated for Sunday. So I don't know if they're going to, Paige is going to be on. Well, they're bringing Paige back. Interesting. Thought they would have fired her because she didn't drop her Twitch or something. All right. Anyways, let's not get into that. So we'll keep an eye on that. They'll probably put like a multi-tag match maybe on the pre-show or something. I don't know. But they got to do something. Maybe they'll put 3 tag teams together for a number 1 contendership, and that team faces the Dirty Dogs at WrestleMania. That makes sense, right? That's probably what they're going to do. Who knows? So, Zach with the Paige emojis. Thank you so much. We love Paige. We love Paige. She really, I miss Paige. I really do. She was tremendous when she was around. She was a good wrestler. She lit that women's division on fire. That next generation of good women wrestling. It was really good. But anyways, we continue. So we get more flashbacks. Edge cashing in his briefcase. He beat Kane. That was 14 years ago for the World Heavyweight title. Crazy. And I remember that too. So good. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns promos going back and forth. All right. Now, this got just completely off the rails here at this point. I don't know how they did this, but they did this, or why they did this. It was like comically overproduced. They did this promo for Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. And if you didn't watch this show, at least watch this promo. It's hilarious. They said it's the least anticipated match in SmackDown history. Well, how do you... That's just horrible. And it's got the big promo voice. The least anticipated match in SmackDown history. You know, the TV voice that, they do to promote these sometimes. The irritating force versus the unlikable object. What?
Who booked this?
Unbelievable. Oh my God. I rewound that like 3 times and I'm like, did I really see that? Did they actually put that out there? That's hilarious. So, this whole thing with Sami Zayn, like there's a conspiracy against him. And now it's like so big and bold in everybody's face. It's not even funny. And Sammy's like, did you see what they did? Oh my God. So I don't know if this is, Kevin Owens just fucking with him or, what this is big picture wise, but it was, wait, to bury the match? Yes, it was absolutely hilarious. So, I mean, it was an okay match, but it's just more of the, whole conspiracy thing against Sami Zayn. Corbin beats him. And then Sami Zayn trying to convince everybody that this whole thing is just, all against him. Kevin Owens talking to the guys on commentary. Sami Zayn, out of frustration, gives Sami Zayn a haluva kick. I was like, oh, shit, here we go. It's been a while. Are we? Okay, so if this ends up leading to Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at Mania, shut up and take my money. It's one of my favorite feuds in wrestling forever. In the last, let's say, decade. One of my favorites. Between the Ring of Honor stuff, NXT, main roster, WWE, it's been a while. If that's what this is leading to, shut up and take my money. I'm loving it. Paul Nelson says, are you doing a 2-night review for April 10th and 11th? I don't know what I'm doing yet. I got a little time. I know Impact is on April 10th. I don't want to completely kill myself. I can't do 10 shows a day. I want to do Hardcore Justice, and then maybe it kind of depends on when they put it on. I'm hoping they take Hardcore Justice, like I said earlier, and put it on earlier in the day so I can watch that, we can review that, we can have fun with that, and then later in the night I'll watch WrestleMania. But I've also heard problems with the Peacock that you're not going to be able to rewind and watch stuff from the beginning. You have to watch it from the beginning. You can't rewind it if you come in late. I don't know. I'm a little worried, but I'm not going to lose my mind over it because they are giving out a very generous discount on it. You pay, if you don't know, folks, you pay $9.99. The special's on the WWE.com. You can go look up the article. You go to the cock. You pay your $9.99 up front, but you pay that for 4 months. That's all you pay. And they break it down into $2.50 for 4 months each month. Okay? $2.50 a month. So, and they've got a lot of stuff on there already. It's not all on there, but they said they are going to do some changes over the course of the next calendar year. Well, I hope it's sooner than later because you're going to piss off a lot of WWE fans because it's not even on my TV. It's not even on my smart TV that I got, within the last couple of years. They need to change that shit. It's on my Xbox, but that means that I got to turn on my Xbox all the time, and I'm not a big gamer. So then I got to go through my Xbox. I got to turn that on. I got to look through it, find the app, then turn it on. Whatever. I got to do what I got to do. But it doesn't sound like it's being very convenient. I'll look into see what it looks like on the Xbox later because I could sit and watch it on my computer, but I don't know. We'll see. So Peacock's already experiencing some Impact Plus problems. Yeah, I'm seeing an insane amount of negativity already. So, but then again, you know how wrestling fans are. They just love to shit on everything and anything. So, I think it looks okay. I think I've seen some people look at it and say, "Oh, this looks horrible." As far as the look of it, whatever. I just scroll down and see what I can find. It's day one, folks. Let's not lose our minds. It's like, how much are you going to watch in the first day? Hopefully it'll all get on there in the next couple months. We'll see. Because I am still thinking about doing some ECW stuff, but we'll see. It's got to get on there first, though. Like some of the pay-per-views are on there, but not all the ECW TV. So hopefully that's on there sooner than later. We'll see. All right, we continue. Corbin versus Zayn. Corbin beats him with the end of days. Sami attacks Kevin Owens with a haluva kick. Like I said, I hope this ends in, like, you drag this out a few more weeks. We got 3 more weeks till Mania. Let's get through Fastlane, and then you can book Sami Zayn versus KO in a kind of a grudge match thing, it's tell me you wouldn't want to see that. Seriously. I mean, that's one of the, in my opinion, one of the greatest rivalries in wrestling history. It's been a while. Why not, right? So yeah, Rollins versus Nakamura is booked for Fastlane. Cruz versus Big E. We got a very awkward, uncomfortable sounding promo out of both of them. Damn, I'm out of coffee. Coffee? Somebody give me coffee? No. Where's my coffee sommelier? I'm hiring a new coffee sommelier. So if anybody wants to be my sommelier for coffee, please email me at... I'm kidding. Oh, fuck, I'm kidding. So... okay, so I was talking about the women's tag division being kind of a hot mess right now because like none of the teams seem like they're getting along. The one team here representing SmackDown that seems like they're getting along just fine destroys this match. And I actually enjoyed this. You got Bianca Belaire versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler trying to make up for what she did in the earlier match because she kicked her tag team partner in the face. In the face. Nia Jax kicked her in the face. So RK, I was about to send my resume. Okay, Billy Kay, send me your resume for the sommelier. Hakeem, my cats are fine. They're all napping. They're quiet, which is another great reason why I'm doing this now, because later they're playing and they're loud and in heat and doing God knows what. So Bianca Belaire versus Shayna Baszler ends in a no contest, barely gets off the ground. Sasha leaves Bianca Belaire at ringside. Nia Jax leaves Shayna Baszler. She's like, whatever, I'm out of here. Which is even more awkward, the fact that they're tag champs and now they can't get along and they have to defend them this Sunday. So the match is continuing, barely started, and Tamina and Natalya come in and just destroy Bianca Belaire and Shayna Baszler. They want to be featured, so they're just kicking ass and taking names. And I like it. I like it. You know, most of the time I wouldn't like something like this, but it's the one team that I'm like, oh my God, Tamina and Natalya. I'm actually digging this. Like I've always been, I know that people crap on Tamina, whatever. I've always been a fan of hers, you know? But I'm digging this. I feel like they're a good fit. And yeah, so they beat down Bianca Belaire and Shayna Baszler. So we'll see. Maybe, you know, I think that'll end up being a maybe not added to Fastlane, but they'll end up, you know, if they're doing this close to Mania, do it at Mania. Who knows? Multi-women tag match. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see what happens. So then we get another flashback from Edge retiring 10 years ago. Very emotional, very sad. Then the main event here, Edge versus Jey Uso, was an okay match. I don't know. I love Edge, don't get me wrong, but I was not that excited about seeing this tune-up match leading into WrestleMania. Because Jey Uso really did kick Edge's ass. And Edge pulled it off with a spear. But now Edge, 2 days later, has to be the special ring enforcer at the because that's what the stip in this match was. Whoever won this match was going to be at ringside, the special ring enforcer for Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns at Fastlane. And Jey Uso, he really beat the tar out of Edge, and they had an okay match. It really, the more I think about it, it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't like tremendous, but it was okay. They accomplished what they wanted to. Paul Nelson asks what time it is in Milwaukee, Uncle. It's about 1:15, early afternoon. So it's lunchtime. So that's it for SmackDown. And then let's go. So like, I mean, there was some really wonky stuff in this episode of SmackDown. That's some of it just painful, some of it comical. I don't know. I heard viewership dropped again. I didn't see the numbers. I just saw the headline somewhere. So let's go over this card. They've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches, which is decent. It's decent, but obviously it's not done because they're going to do something with these tag teams, or either adjust the women's or something. I don't know. They're going to do something. So let's go through this. We've got now this looks like this is actually going to be a pretty good match. I'm actually excited for this one. We got the United States Championship being defended. Riddle versus Riddle defending his U.S. title against Mustafa Ali. I'm actually excited for this. I'm a Riddle fan, and Mustafa Ali is really good. A lot of rumors being spread around about the possible demise coming up of the Retribution. We'll see. I'm not going to assume anything. We'll see. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. That should be. I mean, it's that one kind of came out of nowhere, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm sure they're still put on a new, a decent match. Excuse me. Jesse Cole says WWE hitting new lows. Yeah, well, they've done that over the course of the last calendar year, just given everything going on too. Randy, okay, so Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss, obviously leading to the return of Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, which will lead to Orton versus the Fiend at Mania. I don't see this match even getting off the ground. I love Alexa Bliss. I love this character. It's creepy as hell. Something's going to happen to Randy. Maybe something supernatural will happen to Randy again, and Alexa Bliss will just destroy him. He'll vomit up a bunch of black shit, and then she'll pin him. I don't know. Who knows? I'm more just like going to sit there with my popcorn and laugh at this because it's just going to be kooky as hell. But hey, I'm here for it. Let's see what happens. I'm trying not to oh, it's so stupid. I'm so pissed off. No, I don't have the energy for that. I'm just gonna kind of laugh my way through this. This match has the potential to absolutely steal the show, folks. I'm loving this. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus, no holds barred. This is actually a WrestleMania match that I would have wanted for the title. I'm happy for Lashley. Don't get me wrong. I love him. And he's not even on this, but I think they're just saving that, I guess. Hey, Trent, what's up, brother? But who knows? I mean, they're saving, Drew McIntyre versus Lashley for Mania or whatever 2 weeks later. But yeah, I'm loving Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. These two guys just gonna just destroy each other. Give it to me. That's gonna be the dark horse best match of the night, in my opinion. Intercontinental title on the line. Big E defending against Apollo Crews. Also has potential to absolutely steal the show. The promotion of this a little wonky, but still looks good. And I'm not really giving any predictions here because I think most of this is fairly obvious what's going to happen in each one. So I'm not going to do predictions and be like, hey, I was right, blah, 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 blah. I'm just not feeling that in this one. So whatever. Just going through the lineup here. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax defending against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belaire. This is another hot mess match because nobody's getting along here. So I don't understand why, because if it just feels so uncomfortable, why do it? It's not going to put butts in the seats, you know what I mean? Make people want to watch it, but because obviously this is still just going to lead to Bianca Belaire versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown's women's title at WrestleMania. And unfortunately, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler are in the mix in this one. Whatever. Who knows what will happen. But whatever, I'm here for it. Now, this one should be good. So you got Universal title on the line. Roman Reigns defending against Daniel Bryan. Edge, as of last night, is now your official ringside enforcer. The enforcer. Although they don't list that here on the site. I'm not sure why. They should. They should have just adjusted it. Boom. Put them in the graphic. Whatever. I mean, shit, I even put them in my graphic. WWE, hire me. I'm kidding. I'm not like that. You guys know that. Kookiness? Yes, there's lots of kookiness in this pay-per-view. RK, not talking about cookies. I love cookies. Stop bringing up cookies. Because now I want cookies. It's lunchtime, damn it. So, yeah, let's get out of here. We've had enough fun for today. So that's SmackDown. I'm going to review Fastlane. There are certainly going to be highlights from this pay-per-view that I'm looking forward to. Some of it, like I said, we'll just kind of sit back, eat our popcorn, and, have a few chuckles. I don't know what I'm doing yet as far as, this is the debut on the Peacock. So that's kind of a big thing, Maybe I'll do a watch-along. I mean, some of my watch-alongs have done well, but my views on WWE content doesn't do really good at all. So I'm up in the air on what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a review nonetheless. So we'll see what happens Saturday night. I've got a couple days to think about it. Or a day, excuse me. Today's Saturday? Jiminy Christmas. It is. What do you know? Today's Saturday. I've got a day to think about it. Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, tune in for that. I'll cover it. It'll be fun. We'll make it fun. Damn it. We'll like I said, there's going to be highlights. I'm looking forward to about half the card. It's all before Mania, and of course, then they'll book everything for Mania over the course of 2 weeks, which will be just the biggest hot mess of the year, in my professional opinion. So yeah, for those came in late wondering what I'm going to do, I am going to be covering Hardcore Justice for Impact Wrestling over WrestleMania Night 1. If they overlap, I'm praying they don't. I'm praying Impact Wrestling puts theirs on earlier in the day to help out, wrestling fans like me that do watch more than one brand. Because, dear God, that's going to be a long-ass day. What? Zach Bonifer. Wonky Mania. Oh, yeah. Absolutely wonky. So, that's it for this one. We'll cover it tomorrow night. And then, the rest of the week should just flow fairly smoothly. We'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll tune in for some of the stuff for the fallout from that on Monday Night Raw, because I do want to see Rhea Ripley, and then we'll see, because obviously they're going to be on the fast track, to WrestleMania, literally 2 weeks out from there. So, and then the rest of the schedule as follows. I'll be back with TNI on Tuesday for Impact Wrestling. Wednesday, back here, AEW coverage. See what happens after the St. Patty's Day Slam. That was a blast, folks. I had great numbers, as some of the best numbers I've had in a while covering that. Did really well, so thank you for that. Channel's still growing. The numbers are still going up. Go check out the merch in the description. Brand new shop, brand new stuff on the site, such as we got tie-dyes, we got baseball caps, new mugs, new sweats, new designs on the tees. We got bandanas, all the designs. Super stoked for all this new stuff. I'm really happy with this. We've already had some sales, so much love to everybody that's helped with this. And hope everyone has a tremendous rest of your weekend as we go through this weekend. Stay safe, everyone, because I know the weather's wonky, going back and forth between a million different things. On our way out of here, you know what we do? We smash that like button. We smash that sub button. We ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my content hits your screen on all the socials, the Instanet, the Twitter box, and the Facebotch. And for your bone on the go, the audio portion of this podcast is on anchor.fm/smash this podcast. Goes out to Spotify, Google, Podbean, Verbal, Apple. Did I mention Apple? Apple, Castbox. Oh, just so many others. It's constantly growing. It's great to see. So we will see you tomorrow night. Take care, folks. Have a good one. Much love. Have a great rest of your Saturday. See you.